But Solo, a Star Wars story. What was the point of this? It's not that it's terrible, but it certainly falls into the take it or leave it category with its mediocre plotting, inconsistent characterization and regrettable writing. It was decidedly underwhelming, and definitely too long. If you went into Solo without any of the context around the Star Wars franchise, if this was your cherry-popping moment, then there's a passable movie in it. But that's its problem, it's such a generic heist movie that it feels like Disney had an existing script in its drawer and injected a bunch of space and Star Wars references into it. Ostensibly a Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich origin story, including a laughable explanation for his name, the movie seeks to tell the charming vagabond's backstory, even if no one asked for it. It's centered on Han's first mission with the group of thieves, Woody Harrelson, Vandy Newton, as they seek to clear their debt to a dangerous criminal cabal, Crimson Dawn, with the dangerous plan to steal some valuable MacGuffins. He crosses paths with his childhood love interest, the opaque Kira, Emilia Clarke, and meets Chewie, Joonas Suotamo, and Lando Calrissian, Donald Glover, and his drone L3, some great voice work from Folk Waller-Bridge. The gambit is neither here nor there, one or two good escape sequences, and the film very much wastes Harrelson and Newton. But where Solo does work, is in establishing the connection between Han and Chewie. There is something delightful in how strong that chemistry immediately is, and maybe that's down to the expectations audiences bring in, but there's no denying it's one of the film's best parts. Meanwhile, Glover absolutely crackles every time he's on screen. He's so suave and confident, scene stealer doesn't even begin to describe his presence. Glover is on a career hot streak, cementing his status as his generation's true Renaissance man, and he brings that same effervescence to Solo. What he does is not just some Billy D. Williams impression, and Disney would do well to give us a standalone Lando movie. Now that's something worth paying for. For all the fears around Ehrenreich's Han, and that chatter about calling in on-set acting coaches, the young actor actually does a decent job. His performance is of a scrappier Han, and you can feasibly see the through line between this Han and the Harrison Ford one. Plus, he's got the swagger down, not as swaggy as Lando, but still cocksure. The behind-the-scenes drama that besets Solo's production, the firing of its original directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and bringing in Ron Howard midway through, may be why the movie seems to be lacking a definitive tone. The reports were that Miller and Lord's approach was too madcap, and they were trying to pull a Guardians of the Galaxy out of a Star Wars. It's not that there is an erratic tone with shades of Miller and Lord crossed with Howard's steady sombre-ish style, it's just that it's not there at all. Much like Solo's missing soul. It may make noises about freedom and rebelling against an unfeeling empire or the malice of crime gangs, but it all sounds empty in the end. Especially as there are few stakes when the main characters have to survive, and most of the new ones aren't interesting enough to care about. Star Wars can do better than a movie that offers nothing new, save for introducing Donald Glover to the universe, and leaves no impression. B rating, B. B Solo, a Star Wars story is in cinemas from Thursday, May 24th. B.